calling all creatives. This is a chat for you. I'm going to be working on smoothing some plates. I have a workshop coming up this weekend, and so that's what these are for. These are little demo plates for my workshop. We're gonna do a couple berry bowls, and I'm so excited. But this video is not about that. It's not about this workshop. This video is about something that I have had on my mind for a while, and that is one of the most frequent things that people say to me, people that knew me from before I started this business. They always say, I didn't know you could do this. I didn't know, that you could draw like that you could paint like that you knew how to do ceramics. Like, I just didn't know that about you. And I remember the first few times hearing that, thinking to myself, how could you not know? Like, I've been a creative my whole life. How do you not know that about me? And it occurred to me, and it sounds so obvious now, but it occurred to me that they didn't know because I didn't share that at all. I was a creative that kept to myself, and I think a lot of creatives are like that. The physical act of sharing your work is so scary and vulnerable, and it can be enough, just the fear itself, to stop somebody from trying in the first place, or from, opening up about that part of themselves with anybody. It can be really scary. And so it occurred to me that these people didn't know because I never let them know. I never told them. And nobody's a mind reader. My mom knew I was a creative because she was the one, banging on my door in the middle of the night telling me to go to bed, which I should have been. But the whole gist here is that if this sounds like you, if you are a closet creative, a secret creative, this is your sign that you should share it, because really, really cool stuff happens when you start doing that. Like, truly, benefits beyond anything I can even express, just on a personal level, who I am as a person. I have grown so much since allowing myself to be who I am fully, which is a creative person, and sharing that with people I care about, posting my work, and not really even thinking too much about it, just doing it, and acknowledging that there's going to be a lot of, not so good work, and that's just kind of how that goes. That's what it means to be a creative. And being brave enough to share it anyways, or take people on the process, because that's ultimately what it's all about. Everybody loves to tag along on a little adventure. But this is your sign. You should absolutely share your work. That's the first step. If you're not sharing your work, what could come next? What comes next? If nobody knows that you're out there creating beautiful work, or creating work that's authentic and true and bold, and whatever your work is, if people don't know that, how is anything going to come of it? It just starts with trying. For me personally, I started on Instagram. It was just the most accessible format to be able to share images of my work. I treated my Instagram kind of like a sketchbook, just here's where I'm at, here's what I'm doing. And it attracted the right people. It attracted people that not only are interested in my particular style of art, but are interested in who I am as a person, and are there in my corner to watch my successes, but also my failures, because it's a part of it, and it's something everybody experiences, and that shouldn't be anything that holds you back from sharing what you're doing. Starting that small business, starting whatever it is that you have nestled inside of you that is so beautiful and exciting and new, just giving it a go. There's nothing stopping you from that except for yourself. How did I start an Instagram account from scratch? You could probably say timing was pretty good on my side there. I started really posting my work consistently during the pandemic. I had a lot of free time on my hands, so there we go. Here's my stuff. Here's what I'm doing. And a lot of people, obviously, were also on social media. That was how we connected for a long time there. You could say that maybe I got lucky there in my timing, but you know what? It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. I started my account from scratch, and before I even reached 1,000 followers, which is a lot when you're starting from scratch, that's a lot, I was in a couple hundreds, and I had a really, really big brand reach out to me to create work for them. And that's still ongoing in my studio. That's why it's so chaotic in here right now, as if that's an excuse. It would almost definitely look like this anyway. Trash goblin things. Anyways, it doesn't really matter how many followers you have or don't have. What matters is that you took the time to start, that you mustered that bravery and that courage and that strength and the vulnerability and the authenticity and the beauty and all of that good stuff that you need deep inside of yourself that's already there. You just let it be what it is. You just show it. You got to start somewhere. And I think sharing the work is the perfect place. So let's fast forward a little bit. Let's say, oh, I've been sharing my work and nothing's happening, and I've hit this rut, or maybe I've plateaued. Maybe my growth has stopped, or I'm not reaching some goals I thought I would, or XYZ, whatever feeling you might be having. And that's where the true test comes in. So I will be honest, the hardest part is starting. Once you've done that, everything else comes a lot easier. But the commitment to follow through during times that maybe feel like a flat line, or little ditches or ravines in your journey, you feel like maybe you're stuck. The commitment to continue on is powerful. And that's what will set you apart from everybody else. It's continuing on. That's it. It's doing 1% better every day. It's doing something every day. And it doesn't even have to be better. It could be the same thing, just doing something. Because naturally growth occurs when you take one step at a time. And that's really what it comes down to. So if you find yourself in that rough patch, just do the next right thing. And I want to talk a little bit about the personal benefits that I've had since allowing myself to be a creative. I really feel like I've grown up, to be honest. Like, I'm not going to say that I'm not an adult, right? Like, I'm almost 30, but I truly feel that over the last several years that I've been taking my creativity seriously, that I have become the person I was always meant to be. And I don't mean that to be dramatic or hyperbolic or anything like that. It's true. I really, really feel that I have been able to invest in myself in a way that I never have before. Just never. And that came from nurturing my creativity, from nurturing this part of me that is so essential to who I am. And I want that for you. I want you to feel this way, because if I could go back in time and have a heart-to-heart with tiny Jordan about to graduate high school and just tell her that the things that she is valuing are the things that ultimately are not important. It's not about having a prestigious job that sounds really nice on paper. I was putting so much emphasis on things that I felt other people thought were important for me. And I was not putting any emphasis at all on what I knew to be true for myself, which was that I need creativity to thrive. I need it to survive. And if I'm being completely transparent here, before I started Good Mud, I hadn't really done anything creative, my God, in a decade. In a decade. I let that part of myself die for 10 years. And for what? For who? The good news is, coming from somebody who has experienced that kind of barren creative landscape, that ghost of creativity, I can tell you it can come back. And if that's you, all you have to do is water the lawn a little and share it. And from there, beautiful things happen. Just beautiful things for yourself, for your family, for your creativity, which is just such a gift. It's such a gift to have that, and to nurture it is a gift. And it's not something you should put to waste. So, get out there, make your work, share your work, be who you are, unashamedly, unabashedly, whatever that word is I'm trying to say. Maybe I've said it, I don't know. Be courageous and bold. There is space in the creative community for you. There is space for me. There's space for everybody. And it's just so wonderful to be on this side.